Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. In the last episode I ran through a little bit about my build and general plan for it, and like a complete numpty I forgot to say what I was actually planning on using for my main weapons. So we're going to be using Triumvirate over here on the right hand side, which increases the damage of Arcane Orb by 200%, stacking up to 3 times for every signature spell hit that you get. So that's really one of the other powerhouses we've got. And the other one is Fulminator, which is going to be turning everyone into lightning rods and making them spark lightning left, right, and centre. So that's the last bit of the build I completely forgot to mention. Sorry about that. I'm feeling a little bit brave, so we're going to do another level 10 rift and get ourselves another legendary gem. I'm not feeling massively flush with cash though, so we're not going to do that. And hopefully with the slightly redesigned build that we've got, we'll see the increase in damage. Oh yeah, I'm already seeing the increase in damage now, and that's absolutely huge difference. I mean, it could just be we're getting really lucky, but I suspect that doing about 50% more damage between our primary weapon and offhand is going to make a huge difference to this thing. Look at that. Woo! Racing along. Almost certainly not getting the benefit of Starfire though, so I should change that at some point. I get the feeling there was something else. Oh no, it was a slow time. I was thinking of swapping out for a different slow time, but we're not going to actually go back to slow time until we have a reason to, which could be getting 2 bits of Delcir's set. It could be getting the Crown of the Primers. Either one of those would make it worth us switching back to. But at the moment, it's really just not worth it. We have better things that we can be doing with our time and with our skill slots, like Sparking Serpents. Another 2 serpents down there. I do love this. The blue on these is just absolutely awesome. They're pretty and deadly, which is just what we want. Don't worry, guys. I've not forgotten about you. Yeah, just tearing through them. Right, look at this. We're doubling time, which is kind of where I want to be anytime I'm running a rift. If I'm doing it much faster than doubling time, then we should be stepping up. If I'm doubling time, then I've got the comfort to be able to answer the door if someone turns up. Not that I would do that in the middle of the greater rift, but you know what I mean. We're not in danger of falling behind or dying.
Your grave awaits.
Especially not with shield panels. I mean, wow. Yep. Arcane. Oh! Bazap indeed. Let's step out of that. I know we're not in particular danger of it, but the moment you stand on one, something will happen. It'll draw you into others. You'll get frozen. You'll get wormholes. You'll get vortexed. When there's only one mob left, then it's probably worth us testing how much damage it does at Torment 1, but for the moment, I'm not that curious. We don't need that kind of science at the moment. Onward, my tiny terrorists! Anything? Yes, that's alright. Oh god, blocking my path, that's just rude. Sand dwellers, there's no sand around here. Go back where you came from. Right back into the rock. I probably fought for, like, eons to be able to make it through there.
I need arcane power.
Grab those.
so good I astound myself.
We're still keeping about double time, which is where I want to be. And we're doing alright with resource management as well, which is the other thing that I always worry about when playing with experimental builds. And this does rely on us using a lot of arcane orbs. Right, get those, get that. Leave some presents just to... Ooh, there's a conduit shrine down there. Sorry, conduit pylon. It's not a shrine. It's better than a shrine. Bigger than a shrine. Of course, there's absolutely nothing near us as we run around doing this.
Just warming up.
Long way around, people. Let's go. Definitely want to be doing more damage, though. I know that a lot of these mobs are... It's already run off. So pretty much we're doing as much damage without the Conduit Shrine as we are with it. I kind of like it, because it means we're sort of like a Conduit Shrine, but also dislike it because Conduit Shrines are supposed to make things a lot easier. Although I suppose they could have been patched this season. I haven't actually paid that much attention to the amount of damage they do. Alright, spark up the back. And then right in your face. Let's lob over the top. I do love that you can do that.
See me now.
Pop that open. Let's focus on the next pack.
Your defenses are nothing.
One down. Illusionist fire chains. Cool. Big pack of purple pills just to summon that Rift Guardian with.
Your grave awaits.
I like that the doors are big enough in here that I can actually throw those orbs through. It's nice that they've thought about the different architecture and the different areas and how it would interact with the different spells. That was a lot of difference to mention there. Alright, channeling pylon.
I didn't think I could get any better.
Just turn everything into arcane orb spam.
The Rift Guardian is here.
I can live with arcane orb spam. I'm perfectly fine with it. Let's step a little bit further away so you take more damage from our lightning. Ha 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 ha. Right up in your face bits.
I need arcane power.
You have tried.
Killed by a tiny terrorist, I think. Right, unique chest armor. Molten Wildebeest Gizzard. I do like Molten Wildebeest Gizzard. We're going to level that up. No. Worst chest armor ever. Yeah.
I
No.
need to go back.
We'll put that point in there. And we will close off that rift.
Well, nicely done.
Right. One of the other things that I did was I very quickly restarted the game. So, give me a moment and we're going to start on the bounties. Now, for the observant among you, you may notice that time has just mysteriously shot on. As I was about to jump in and start these, I had a phone call go. Thankfully, not in the middle of the Greater Rift. That would have been very, very awkward having to apologise to someone. Can't take the phone. I'm in the middle of playing a game, but it's a very important game. Thankfully, it was well timed while I was in town. Right, so we are killing Tiffany. And 90 other remaining mobs now. Definitely got good kills now. Let's see how this does. 218 down to 70. Oh, cool. So yeah, we can definitely tank a couple of those. And this is only on master, but 218 down to 70, and then potentially it would knock off the other 70 as well. On Torment, I mean, rather than just like on this difficulty, because on this difficulty we know that we can survive 4 of those things. We'd have to be very careful after that, though. And actually, that would take us to the point of triggering one of our deaths. Yeah, and we've also got some Archie's Gauge for if we're going up against blue mobs. So there's a lot of things that we've got going for us at the moment. The Shame of Delcir is going to make the Spectral Blade attack even faster, but also the Fragment of Destiny makes it attack faster as well. So we're going to end up going... It's going to be very, very... I want to say cut and thrust, because it feels like it would be kind of funny, but it's not quite cut and thrust is what I mean. Let's get these friends back out.
How does that feel?
Now we can focus on Tiffany, Mistress of Tasks. Bounty done. Let's head straight on to the next one. Apothecary's Brother. That's not a bad one to go for. Ooh, itchy leg. Right, there we go. That's all taken care of. Here we go. Highlands Cave, I think that might be up this way.
Your grave awaits.
Not just specifically ignoring mobs, but also trying not to get just hung up and killing everything, because it's very easy to get distracted and do that. So easy. I assume that was a tiny terrorist that blew up in their midst. Let's see how much the tiny terrorists actually do in damage. 12.3 million, that's quite a lot. Yeah. And that wasn't even a critical. 29 million was the critical just on the left hand side there.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Get this guy taken down to size. There we go. And this is the right way. Right, we're hurrying on. Shouldn't be teleporting through the midst of everything, but at this point I'm not worried about survivability. We've got a hell of a lot of shield. Hey, right. How's it going? Let's find your brother.
The cultists poisoned my brother and brought him to this cave.
Yeah, we get it.
My elixir.
Your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Not getting many death's breaths at the moment, though. Admittedly, we are only on master difficulty level, so I can't expect that much, but... ooh, hello! Blood thief, yes please! $258 blood shards. So, we're going to be gambling for orbs at the moment. I know that I want a bunch of other rings and stuff, but orbs are possibly going to be the most beneficial for us. We need one for this character, we need one for our other character, and they're going to be the more difficult... Well, yeah, it's the most immediate benefit we can get. If we get Triumvirate, we're going to be really happy. If we get Chantoltos, then our other character's going to be really happy. The rings are nice, but they're not essential for the builds. So if we get the Halo of Karen or the Halo of Arlis, We don't need those right now. Although if we got the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, then my other character would be incredibly happy. I mean, that is one that we definitely need for our build, but not this build. So we're going to go for orbs. That was a very rambling way of saying I'm just going to go for orbs. Leave those guys to mop up behind us. This looks like a place. Here he is.
He's over here. I'll give him the antidote. Oh no, they're here. Fight them off.
Kraken, Vizier of the Coven. Kraken is also going to die.
I become more powerful.
You'd be dead. Take these elixirs for your trouble.
Cool, well, while you're finishing talking, we're going to go to the Crypt of the Ancients. And we'll put that point in. Ooh. Actually, right here. That makes things so much easier. Alright, everyone dies. Just like in Game of Thrones.
Didn't see that
It
coming,
is such
did
a
you?
fun skill, this Arcane Orb, right over the top. So we'd end up doing 1, 2, 3, and then we've got like 6 seconds to throw Arcane Orbs out. Each doing 600% extra damage and massively increased by Delcia's set, and it's going to be crazy amounts of damage that we do. Fulminator may not end up being the best choice for a main hand, but it's what I'm going for to keep with the lightning theme. So we'll see how it goes. And ideally we want to be keeping up the amount of lightning stun damage that's going on. Where am I going? We're going to kill the Queen! That's what we're doing. Once again, in the caverns. Because I love the caverns so much. Disadvantage of doing bounties in Act 1? No, bounties in Act 1. My mouth is all fingers and thumbs today. Yeah, so we're doing 29.2 million damage with our tiny terrace at the
I'm
moment.
unstoppable.
We are up our
Do that again.
damage just a little bit. That could really spike. And obviously the better equipment we get, the more intelligence ends up stacking. More damage we do that way, so that's going to be the most obvious way of doing it. Getting ancient items also, ancient weapon, and all of our gear ancient, because that will increase the amount of intelligence bonus we get. And then I think it's on percentage damage, but I don't know what it would end up taking the benefit from. Ooh, there's treasure goblins. Just stand out of that temporarily.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Cool, get all of the crafting ingredients, and then we'll go back and pick up everything else. Let's get the fleeting shrine, that will make things a little bit faster. We're not getting distracted from killing the queen, don't worry. It's just I don't like leaving stuff lying around that we've fought hard for. Well, we didn't particularly fight hard, we were chasing a goblin. But it died near us, so it must be ours. We'll call it legitimate salvage. Hurry on there. I may as well take teleport off. We'll put Sparkflint or something else on to do more damage. We lose our get out of horrible situation run away card, but it might be worth it. such a beautiful thing to see.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Oh, she is so nearly dead. I don't even need to do anything. I'll just get these guys to do all the work for me. We've still got Starfire, increasing the amount of damage at range. Alright, let's loot the room. It might be something that our follower can use. Let's have a look. No, those are all helms and stuff. I thought they were going to be shields. Can you use this? Yes, you can. It's not much better. We want to be increasing his damage. We don't want to be... Ooh, Horrid Seal. No. We don't care about his survivability because we're going to be swapping that out at some point. So for the moment, that will probably do. Right, let's carry on. And the final one, clear the cave of the Moon Clan. All the Khazra. I'm really quite looking forward to the Diablo 1 event that they've got coming up in January next year. Always was a fan of the original game. Hell, that's why I've stuck with it so long. But to see how they put it together, that's what I'm most curious about. Because there's a lot of... They could do a lot of very bad things, but knowing it's Blizzard, I think that they're going to do a reasonably good job. I don't think they've ever done anything that I was massively disappointed by. Right, here we go. Let's pop on down. Right, let's assign this. Get smacked on the head by that. We don't care because we have shields.
How does that feel?
We're doing alright on the Paragon levels, up to Paragon 30. Get those nicely packed in. It's almost like having a lightning aura. We're going to have to go for Wreath of Lightning as one of our legendary gems. I think it just has to fit in with this this character. So Simplicity, Strength, and Wreath of Lightning, and beyond that, I'm kind of open to ideas. I mean, I could go a bit more defensive, I could go a bit more offensive. We could just go for like Bane of the Trapped and... Oh god, we're going to have to head back to town. Let's do that now. Yeah, if I go for Bane of the Trapped and just stand near stuff, is that going to be enough? I'll see what the options are. Molten Wildebeest Gizzard is always the fallback option because regenerating life a second, getting another shield, that could actually let us get rid of Galvanizing Ward, potentially. Let's just bring it up to show. So it's 4 seconds, you get 200% of your total life per second. So it would probably be about the same as this if I got it up to the highest level that I've ever gotten one up to. So it's not a direct replacement, but it is a little bit extra help where you might need it. We're just going to get rid of that. Bunch of useless tosh, that's what it is. And we've already got one as well. Well, it's a lower level one, but seriously, we're never going to use that. In fact, if we were to gear this build to the 2.5 million life that I worked out we could probably get it up to, we could run around at 500,000 life and have every hit be... It's just an impractical build. It just would not work. Right. Kadala, you're giving us orbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Supposed to have a 10% chance, Kadala. I know you're supposed to have a 10% chance. Because it actually says in our objectives here, Kadala has a 10% chance to give you a legendary. Where's my legendary? Huh? Huh? She hates us. That's what it is. She doesn't even pull punches anymore. Okay. Back to what we were doing. We were going to finish off this bounty set and then hopefully get that Ring of Royal Grandeur. Which we're not going to get the benefit of for quite a while, but I would rather get it now and not have to worry about it than spend ages constantly going over Act 1 bounties again and again and again and again and again. Make sure that we've cleared all of this out down here. Last thing we want is a couple of stragglers. Okay. Let's Game of Thrones this level. Yep. So me standing in there definitely increases the amount of damage that tiny terrorists do, because that one just did 50 million. I am okay with this. I am totally okay with this. Cool, 13 left. That means they're all starting to show up on the map. Let's hurry on through. This is the last one that we need to do.
You dare attack me?
Technically there's only 4 left, but with so many illusionists it's hard to tell. Okay, back to town we go. I think we've got everything of interest from in here. Hey Tyrael, give me some of your goodies. What do we got? Well, we got a hell of a lot of plans. We got Kane's Destiny, Sage's Plight, Hallowed Defenders. I like all of these. We got Cinder Switch. And Ashiara's Vestments. And a Royal Ruby. Okay, right. Let's give the Royal Ruby to Shen. Still not quite enough for the season objective, but let's see if we can count how many we've got. Just all of them. So, 1, 2... Is it literally just the 2 that we found? I guess it must be. Well, in that case, we've got 3 more that we need to find. Okay, let's have a look at this. So this could actually change things for us. Let's go for armor. So Hallowed Defenders. It's a level 60. We don't really care about it. Yeah. Yeah, not that good. Ashiara's Vestments, on the other hand. Oh, I thought it was a helm. Oh, it's not right. Level 70, though. And we get all of our followers coming out. So that could be good for us as a temporary thing. Might end up making some of those. Sage's Plight. It's the level 61. But Kane's stuff, the level 70. And that's a lot of experience and a lot more chance of finding magic items. It's probably worth us. Feet, shoulders, hands, legs. We'd have to pick one of them. Unless we find that Ring of Royal Grandeur. But that can be a choice for another time. Let's learn Cinder Switch as well, and we will just salvage up the rest of these. We're getting a few of these. I think they sell for a fair amount, so it's not going to be a problem. And we will need a ton later on in the game in order to re-roll our legendary items. I think we're going to take 25 of these, 50 of these. We're going to make something in the cube. And I think it's going to be an orb. Orbs have to be our first thing to do. So, forged weapon. Source. Oh, I dislike this. The way it always draws from there, right? Let's put these back. And we'll get 50 again. 50 again. And keep your fingers crossed, everyone. This is magic at work. Lycan's Ball of Hate. Well, it's not what we were expecting, but it is ever so slightly better than what we're using at the moment. And that's got a perfect intelligence roll on it, if only it was ancient.
not as
You know
bad
what?
as I look.
We'll keep it.
Really.
I don't think we're going to switch over to electrocute, but we could. Let's put this back in here for now, and let's just have a very quick look at what we've got for electrocute as a potential thing. So, lots of damage, jumps hitting up to 2 additional enemies, can jump to 10 additional enemies. Streaks of lightning, well, that's not going to work. Arc lightning, that's not going to work. Could do it as a surge of power, but chain lightning's probably the most obvious one. Let's just run out and we'll try and find a small group of things to try it on. Anyone over here? Anyone over here? All I need is just a couple of mobs that are close-ish to each other so I can see if it chains between them again and again and again. Tiny terrorists aside, because, you know, it's kind of impossible to tell with tiny terrorists because they just blow stuff up. That definitely looked like it was chaining back and forth between them. So this could work. Yeah, that's just like constantly going. Oh, wow. Alright. New temporary skill. Until we actually get the Fragment of Destiny, we are using Mycon's Ball of Hate, and I like this. I like that we can change our build back and forth and back and forth. Or at least until we get Triumvirate. If we get Triumvirate, we'll move back to a Spectral Blade. A little bit too far away for them to do that. Hell, that's almost good enough for us not to bother with Arcane Orb. Anyway, let's head back to town. We've done a good run. We've done one of the Greater Rifts, and we've done a full set of bounties. So I think that's once again another good point for us to finish that episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you are enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the variety that we're getting, if nothing else. And join me again next time for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.